Maria from Island Centero, and this is going to be my April favorites. So, just a precursor to some of these favorites. I just had a really busy month with my horse, and we were training a little bit extra. I was riding him more for turning in a combined training online show. It requires like some recording and stuff, and it ended up being really exhausting. So it's kind of limited the things that I worked with, but there's only one carryover from last month, so that's good at least. And then I have a few crystals, and then just a couple of non-tarot related books just to share. And then I actually ended up getting the results back for the horse show, and we ended up getting third for the class. So that was really awesome, though my horse is doing so well, so I've just been so proud. But okay, let's dive into these things. Let's just do tarot and oracle, just kind of mix. So we have the Star Child Tarot. Really pretty. I don't know if it's just this like spring rolling into summer, even though I do use this deck year round. I don't know, I guess I was working with a few other things, so this one just finally just kind of came back around. This deck is like a breath of fresh air every single time that I use it. The readings that I get are just gorgeous, and using this deck just really feels like some me time, and sometimes we just need that. I'm sure if I do enough of these, you guys will get tired of hearing about this deck, but it's gorgeous. The production quality is wonderful. And yes, so Star Child Tarot. Got this one out this month, used it the whole month. So then let's mention the carryover from last month, which is the Druid Tarot. Sorry about the glare. So I got this in March. I'm sorry, I'm blanking, as a birthday gift. And as I mentioned last month, I've been wanting to get this for a really long time and just kept on thinking like, oh, it's fine, I'll just keep going. But I really wanted something that was a little bit more pagan. And so I picked this up. Sorry, glare. And I loved it last month, and I never put it away. The illustrations are wonderful, as I'm sure you all know. And the guidebook has been really awesome to get into as well. So besides these two books that I'm going to mention at the end, the guidebook for the Druid Craft was the only other thing that I read this month. I do feel like this is a deck that you could use year round. Even though some of the cards are green and summery, and it does kind of give you that summer or spring vibe, there's cards like this that have like the fall leaves. So, I don't know. Really, really excellent deck. I cannot believe that it took me so long to finally just buy this deck, and I'm glad that I did, because on the March favorites video, a viewer mentioned that the large guidebook that came in this set may or may not be going out of print, or they're redoing the way the set looks. So I'm just glad that I got the large book, because it's just packed full of wonderful information. So Druid Craft carryover from March. Sorry about that one. And then to go with the Star Child Tarot, these ones for me just go hand in hand. I do use this deck with other tarot decks, and I have one to mention as well. But it is the Work Your Light Oracle with the artwork by Danielle Noel, Rebecca Campbell. So for this one, even though as I'm about to say this and it's the no card, it really is just uplifting and positive, but it can be eye-opening, and as we had like awakening there. And I just really love the artwork. Again, more spring, summertime colors, but I really feel like this deck could be used year round. It's just super, super gorgeous. Oh, I love this one. Okay. So the Work Your Light Oracle cards, which, can I just mention real fast, even though I know this isn't a review, it's just favorites, but this is published by Hay House. The cardstock is gorgeous matte. The only thing that it's missing is if it was gilded, but I can get over that. The box, nice hard box. It's matte as well, and it's absolutely beautiful. The production of this box, you are the Oracle. It's for a mass market deck. If you love the artwork, get it. It's worth it. I think it's under $20, and Hay House always has sales, so, okay. The next I have, which I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in my spring decks, but I love it. Love it year round. It doesn't matter. It's the, oh, they're all wonky. Oh, I'll just start here. The Crystal Visions Tarot by Jennifer Galasso. It's published by US Games. As far as I know, you can definitely just still get this deck. It's readily available. And it's really gorgeous. It kind of takes you to another world, more fae. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, it's starting to rain. And I will use this deck all through summer. There are some cards like, maybe like these two, you know, the Pentacle suit might look a little bit more fall-ish, but I love this deck for summer. I love the Cups suit. It's just, it's all gorgeous. Sorry, just a couple more. And then, well, before I put it away, I just want to talk about this bag real fast because I'm going to order one for the Druid craft for it. So this is from, I want to say Suli's Creation. I'm going to tag it below the shop, but it's this wonderful velvet and silk on the inside. The strings are nice and soft, and then they've got these beautiful beads on them, and I have 3 or 4 of these that I've ordered from her for various different decks, and she does have a standard size, so this is like the standard size. This is a standard size deck, and it fits just perfect, and you can totally close it all the way, tie it in a bow, and it fits just right. But she does do a large bag for decks like this, so I'm gonna get something for that. But she's wonderful, and the quality is so, so nice, and especially for the price too. It's a great price for a bag. That's really, really beautiful. And then the last deck that I have to talk about is the Pear Tree Court Oracle. This is by Danny Mystic. There is a review of this deck up on my channel if you're interested in seeing all the cards. And ever since I unboxed it, we'll show the backs real fast. It's been so fun, so spot on, so brutally honest. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. The artwork is gorgeous. And I just love the messages that it gives me. Like, sometimes I almost like chuckle or laugh at it, but in a good way. Like, wow, you know, thank you so much for knowing exactly what I needed to hear right now and rubbing it in my face just a little bit more. But it's gorgeous. So I don't know if I have her. No, I don't have her business card here. But I do know that if you like go on, I got it from Etsy, from her Etsy shop. Oh, what's it called? Witch in the Wild. So I'll link it below. but Pear, Tree Court, really, really gorgeous deck. Fast favorite, and I'm pretty sure I'll continue using that all through the summer. And it did come with this nice little bag. Okay, let's do crystals next. I only have a few, and there's a common theme. So this month was the gem show in Tucson, and I live on the island of Oahu, and one of my local crystal shops was going there, and they were going to be doing live sales for the like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, ending the week that they had been there shopping. And these gals, they're so awesome, and they do such a wonderful job picking out the most gorgeous crystals, and I will link their shop below because they do mail anywhere, and they just have such a wonderful eye for picking these things out. And so they had tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of gorgeous things, but I have been dying to find a larger piece of carnelian because the piece that I have is quite small. And so they had these, okay, so they're calling it Moroccan Agate. However, it is like a crazy lace or a dendritic agate with carnelian in it. So if you can see here, sorry, as we see the reflection of the ceiling fan, it has this huge piece of carnelian. You can see some of the lines in it. Anyways, this piece, I mean, just perfect to just sit with, and it is absolutely stunning. The detail, I know it's not going to show up as the sun comes in a little bit. Maybe that'll help me. Gorgeous, just so gorgeous. So I got this from their live sale, and my gosh, those Tucson live sales were like cutthroat, and they would, oh, it still has the sticker on it. So they had like little codes and like a number. So they would just show you the crystal as much as they could, and then they would flip it over and show you the code, and it was the first person that entered the code. And I think she had like a basket of at least 20 of these. I ended up getting 2. I'll show you the second one. But gosh, I put some of them, there was like 2 or 3 that I was like, oh, maybe not that size or the way it was shaped. But for the most part, I was putting my name in for every single one. So this is the same, the Moroccan Agate. And I don't know if it'll pick up this side. Look at that. Oh, to die for with that carnelian through there. And then this one, is it this one? Yes, it is this one. Bear with me as I like lean in. This white line there is actually a huge pocket of quartz. Sorry, just the reflection is so bad, but gorgeous, and the energy is beautiful, and it's just perfect. I mean, a lot larger than a palm, honestly, but anyways, so Moroccan Agate, wonderful. Grounding, so grounding, stabilizing stone. And then this just goes with the theme. I've had this for a while now, and it is a Dendritic Agate. Sometimes it can be called an orca agate, but I think it's just because of the coloration. Same thing for this one with the grounding, stabilizing. It really just, in the white there, look at some of the lines. Oh, just really, really amazing. So I've been using a lot of these for all of my readings, and I love it. It's really beautiful. This one actually has a couple little specks of carnelian in it, but I had been looking for something with a little bit more carnelian, so that was why I got the other 2. So that was a major score there. All right, so that's kind of all the like tarot related things, but if you've made it this far, like I mentioned in the beginning, I was a little busy this month, so I didn't really read too much. And this I had actually been reading in March, but I just finally finished it. So Clanlands by Sam Hewitt and Graham McTavish. I love them. I absolutely love them. Their Men in Kilts show, I loved both of them on Outlander, especially Graham McTavish on The Hobbit as well. But this book was great. It was fun to read, informative. The only reason why I didn't finish it in a week was just purely reading other things, life, 2 kids, menagerie of animals. No, just 2 dogs and a horse, but still. Great read. If you're into it. No, if you want to learn about Scotland, it's wonderful from their point of view. So, Clanlands, Sam Hewitt, Graham McTavish. Okay, so this next one is an older book, and I have been rereading a lot of my other books, older books, and it's a series that I loved and I always held onto the book. But when I moved to Hawaii, I had to go through all my books because I just had so much and I was shipping everything over on pallets and it was really stressful, but I had to go through a lot of things, this being one of them, tarot decks being another. I think the only thing that I didn't get rid of a single thing was crystals. But so this is The Exiles Volume 1, or also The Ruins of Ambrai. It's by Melanie Ron. So this copy is quite beat up, but this author is amazing if you're into science fiction fantasy. And I originally read her other series, which is called Dragon Prince, and I loved it. It was 6 books for the series, and it was amazing. And one of my really good friends was reading this one at the time. That at the time I was reading Dragon Prince, she was like, oh my gosh, when you're done with that, you have to read this. I'll reread it with you. It'll be so fun. So we read it. And we read the second one. And she was supposed to write a third one. Well, now it's been more than 10 years and the third one hasn't come out. However, if you do decide to read it, you can totally read just the first and second one and get so much out of it. And it is really fun, great read. It tends to get a little bit political, but I like the way that it's formatted. And without giving anything away, it's 3 sisters that all end up on different paths and them coming back together and how their lives have gone. So it's just a really great read. And I would love it if this book and the second book, this series, got a little bit of love and attention so that maybe the writer will feel enthused to grace us with the third book. So, sorry, a little book geek out, but if you're interested in science fiction fantasy, The Exiles by Melanie Ron. So, there you have it, my April favorites. Thank you so much for watching, and per the usual, if you have any book recommendations or anything really, Oracle, Tarot, put it in the comments below. And let me know what you're starting to pull out for this spring, almost beginning of summer time for decks or crystals even. All right. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.